So today we're gonna use this 3D printer to print up a bunch of things like some $2 soccer balls, and then eventually make so much money that we crash the economy. We can make the printer work a little faster by just giving it a couple clicks here, and then once we have enough, we can give the printer some upgrades. So each print is worth a little bit more money. We just gotta do that a few more times. And the nice thing is we can just click right here and the print will just go right into the mousey range so we can sell it right away. Or I could just, click on it and sell it right away. And then once we get this printer to level 10, we can get a new model drawing, a little Earth. And now each of our prints are selling for $5.50. We can just go ahead and upgrade this a few more times so we can get a nice amount of money from it. And now we have $100, which is enough to buy a second printer. It's gonna print a whole car. I mean, really, it's probably just like a model car, but at least it's worth $30 on its own. Ooh, and now we get a little bonus that makes the conveyor go faster. Doesn't really matter if we're selling them on their own, but if they do reach the end of the conveyor, then there's other things we can get, like a sort of spray paint thing and a box thing. And then they go into here and then they get sold that way. But these printers aren't going nearly fast enough for that to even matter. So we just need to upgrade these printers some more so they can go even faster on their own. And get a little bit of help from me. Now the soccer balls are really flying, and so are the Earths. And we're just a few levels away from upgrading the first printer a second time. And now we're printing, what the heck? What was that? I need to see it. It's a robot eye that looks like Sputnik. Interesting. At least that's worth $17. But the cars are still worth more, so we'll just give some more love to this printer. And we're just gonna go ahead and collect some more money so we can buy a third printer already. That's gonna print a barrel, I guess. Well, at least that's gonna be worth something. $520 to be exact. Now let's get the second blue printer upgraded to level 10 so we can print a basketball. I don't know what the point is of printing sports balls, but here we are. And this yellow printer has quite a bit of speed behind it. But let's see how many upgrades we can get with $2,500 because they only cost 70 at this point, and we can get it to level 30. So we're printing light bulbs. And look at it go. It is just cranking out the prints. Good thing these spools of filament are near infinite. Also not too sure how good a 3D printed light bulb is, but at least I can get $75 from that and give quite a few worthwhile upgrades to the blue printer, so that can get leveled up again, and we can print cameras. A pretty high detailed camera too. Look at that, it's got a lens and everything. $258 from that. So the most money that we're getting is still from, ooh, hello speed, from the barrels down here. So we can leave that top conveyor belt to just go and sell the prints on its own. We need to level up this guy so that each print is worth $730. And eventually we get to the point where they're worth 1,000. And all it took was 7 levels to get to that point. Very nice. It's also really fun to watch just how fast the yellow printer is going. And with $10,000, we can make that go a lot faster. Level 44, now we're printing first aid kits. It's like, oh, you got a paper cut? Just shove some plastic in there, no problem. And those prints are near instant. There's like no gaps between them at all, except for the size thing. That's a lot of money rolling across the top right there. And we can watch all these things just stream into here. Ooh, at really fast speeds. So now we can really watch the money coming in.
Yeah, boy.
I like it. Now we should have enough to get this green printer to level 10 so we can print a volleyball. Why is it sports balls? Why can't I have more fun things like robo eyes? At least the prints down here are worth $2,000 on their own, whereas the first printer is only $200. I bet I can get something fun if I can get this yellow printer all the way to level 50. Oh, surprisingly nothing. I guess we've unlocked all the different prints that printer can make. That's a little disappointing. We'll just have to level up these other ones so that they can print fun things like garbage. I guess technically it's recycling, but it's all plastic, so it's a little ironic that way. And if we just give the blue printer 1 or 2 more upgrades, then each of those prints are worth 1,000. We just go a little farther with this, and we can get the third printer on the top conveyor belt. It's gonna print tea kettles and just zip them away for, woo, 24,000 a piece. Oh yeah, that's looking really nice, especially for upgrading this green one down here. So now each of those prints are worth 4,000, and we should have unlocked something new. I didn't catch what it was. It's an alarm clock. Nice. And we're collecting $100,000 so easily. I like it. We'll also just boost this printer so the tea kettles get out faster. And then we'll use all this money to get the blue printer to level 40 so that last thing can get unlocked. What the heck is that? It's a glass container. All right then. Don't mind if I do. Let's just speed all these along. And ooh, we unlocked an achievement. What did we get? $1 million in the bank. So we've collectively made $1 million monies. I like it. Be nice if I had an actual million though. And again, I'm not too far away from that now. Just gotta devote my attention to this slightly orange printer, and there it is, 1 million in our pockets. Perfect for going to a new printer, which is slightly deeper orange. And it's printing, oh, it's a battery. I thought that was an energy drink. I guess that's better. 330,000 off of that. That's way better. It's also kind of funny how the immediate price for this upgrade is 1 million, the cost of the original printer. But at least we're getting even more nice money out of that. It's about time we put some love towards this printer again to get all of those patterns unlocked because they're fun. And now we're just printing, what even is this, a well? Not too sure what goes through 3D print hobbyist minds to make this stuff, but at least it makes a good TikTok or something like that. Now just a few more levels here, and there should be the last print for that one, which is a weird sort of urn looking thing. But it's worth 43,000, so I like that. Ooh, and we can get the airspray station, the paint booth. That's it. So now that we have the paint booth, we're painting the prints, and that should mean they're worth more. Oh yeah, 971 there, and the batteries are worth 500,000 all on their own. But we need to make sure that this thing is filled. So we'll just devote a lot of upgrades to that because there's a lot of prints going through here. We really need to fill this thing up. And those prints are looking really nice. Green basketballs for whatever reason. The earth is actually colored properly. Wasn't expecting that, to be honest. But maybe I'll just let that go on its own. Ooh, red light bulbs, just in time for Christmas. In here, let's level up this orange one a little bit more so those prints are worth even more. Okay, now it's starting to look weird. Earth with purple ocean. But man, this thing needs a lot more colors. It goes through them so fast. And now this printer's at level 10, so we can print, ooh, scales. And these prints are almost worth 1 million a piece.
$1 million.
Just gotta wait for this battery to get through, and then we collect it. Yeah, 1.3 million for the painted batteries. I like it. Gotta speed these puppies along and make sure that the paint station is filled at all times. And just a few more seconds, we can get the second printer on the second conveyor belt. It's about time. Was it printing there? A telescope? It's a microphone. Ooh, and the microphones are worth 30 million? What? I like the looks of that. You know, I just realized that I completely neglected this yellow printer. It's only a level 2 and it's so slow. Let's just crank all the levels out of you. So we're printing feet and whatever this is. There's the robo leg. Now we're really getting large amounts of money. I like it. And now the orange printer is at level 20, which means we can print oil drums. Huh, also seems a bit ironic. And maybe I should be putting some of these hundreds of millions towards upgrading the painting station because we need to fill the colors faster and have more of them. 14 things colored. I like it. Ooh, and now we can package the things. This means they're worth more once they're packaged, right? Oh yep, dumping the boxes on there, and I believe so. It's a bit hard to tell, but we'll just go ahead and do that. Slapping all the boxes on there as much as we can. And then we'll upgrade this a few times so there's a few more boxes. And then I'm really curious if we can get this first printer all the way to level 100 and then whatever that does. That should be fun, I think. So we get to level 100 and we can actually make it go even higher, but now it's worth 100,000 and a half. And now we're pushing it beyond the levels of 100, it's 118. Just gonna get to 120 for even numbers. And surprisingly, it doesn't look any faster than it was before. We should also get this guy to level 40 so we can unlock water bottles, because that's absolutely something that needs printing. And then this printer can get all the way to level 10. So we're printing money. Hey, now that's something a 3D printer is good for. A big old coin worth 83 million, I like it. And thanks to all of these items streaming in, we now have $1 billion just from 3D prints. That means we can get a 3D printer on this third conveyor. And it prints a tire. How much are you worth? I need to know.
Yoink.
350 million, very nice. And we can already, wait, what? Did we already get $1 billion again? So we can upgrade this. Wow, we already had $500 million hiding behind there. This is so much money we're collecting. And I just noticed there's a box icon here. Oh, the packing color. Yeah, I unlocked this with the achievement. And let's go random, just so we can get a little variety with it. Man, I look away for a second, we have $2 billion. Time to upgrade the color station. Ideally, we get to the point where everything is colored, but you know, 20 items getting colored is also good. And then we can also put a lot of that towards the packager. Hey, there's another achievement for packaging a whole bunch of things. Oh no, printing. The packaging is over here. We're still working on that, but that means we get another packaging color, a very hot pink. And we can also get a painting station for the second conveyor. Wonder if they're gonna be the same colors or a little bit fancier because it's worth more money. Nah, pretty much the same colors. A big purple well. All right then. At least the alarm clock looks good. And I think we have enough money stored up to get this printer to level 30, so we can print a small table. Sure, why not? So many things here I wouldn't even think of 3D printing. But hey, we can get a crown now. Really want to see this thing get colored. Oh, but it's going too fast. Oh no! Ooh, I got it. Aw, that's not really exciting. It looks like the back of an evil mastermind's head. And now their printer is at level 36. They're worth 1.5 billion for each of them. Oh, I like that. Okay, now I'm curious, can we get this crown to a blue color? For reasons, but it looks like not. Let's just get some more colors cranking out of there and then speed up the process along. That's a lot of yellows right next to each other. Ooh, 40 billion means we get another printer down here. Are these worth 1 billion at level 1? No, they're worth 14 billion at level 1. My goodness. So let's just start packaging up the second conveyor belt, just because we have a lot of fun colors to work with. And then I just need one more round of 10 levels for this printer to get traffic cones, and each of these being worth 27 million. And oh my gosh, look at the speed of that thing. It's going up at the same rate, but look at the nozzle spit back and forth like that. That is crazy. And then this printer's at level 40, so we can get shoes worth 2.4 billion. I think some basketball player somewhere would pay that. And it is so crazy seeing all these prints fly down the track at high speeds. That is so much money going into the collector right there. Are we close to any other achievements? Lots of objects being painted. Spent more than 30 minutes in the game? Yeah, that's right. Sadly, it doesn't come with a package color though. Here, let's see how, oh. I was just gonna crank a bunch of levels into the painter, but that's at max level. All right, that makes my job easy. And we'll do the same thing for this other one. Sadly, none of those upgrades reduce the cooldown, but at least a lot more items get painted. And speaking of that, we got that achievement. Ooh, and we get a white box. It's like being shipped off to the portal factory or something. Now we really need to upgrade this printer here so it can just go a lot faster because these prints are worth the most right now. 22 billion from these prints. Maybe pay a nice amount to get it upgraded again. I wonder if these prints are gonna be worth 1 trillion at some point. You know, actually, now that I think about it, none of the things here are worth 1 trillion for any of the printers or anything. It just goes straight to quadrillion. That's interesting, but at least now we have printers on this level going ludicrous speeds to match the conveyor belt somewhat. And while I'm doing that, I might as well get these top printers to level 50 at least. Not sure if they get any faster beyond that point, but at least it looks nice. And then there's this guy over here, 120. And we have a lot of money now to upgrade this bottom printer a whole bunch. I don't even know what all the things we can print here are. Some glass tubes, a shield, a fire extinguisher. I kind of just want to watch this number go up because it's at 1 billion. And then from there it goes straight to small q for quadrillion. I guess trillions just don't exist here, but at least we can get another printer, making some hard hats. Not sure why anyone would want one of those. They should get an intern hat instead, especially because look at the price of these things, 428 billion for every single one of these. At least my intern hat get a big discount. Code sneak peek. But since we're here, we'll just upgrade this printer to make the helmets worth even more. And we can use all this money to upgrade this packager to the maximum level. So the bar fills up pretty quickly and we can package 24 items at a time, which is good because there's a lot of items up here that need packaging. And we'll get this painter down here close to the maximum level. There we go. So now a whole bunch of items can get painted on this conveyor belt in all sorts of fun colors. And we'll just make sure that we get more prints out of this one, like some weird 8-bit apple and a robo-dog from everyone's childhood. Yeah, we're literally printing a pixelated apple. At least it comes out very nicely, and we're gonna get the maximum amount from that, 600 billion. We'll do a little bit of that some more so we can print, is that a phone? The achievement screen showed up. It's a phone, we're literally printing phones. Okay then, and we did get the achievement for more than 30 drawings for a 3D printer R. Yes, and we can literally watch this number go up for more than 1,000 objects packaged, which gives us purple boxes. Very cool. There's so much money being filtered through here. Hey, at least the phones turned out a good color. And they're worth 573 billion when they're not packaged. And a lot of money later, we get a second printer on the bottom level. That's printing, what is that? It's a robot poodle. Okay, at least that's worth 12Q. Hopefully not 12 quid, because that'd be very small. And that gets us very close already to another printer down here for another robotic animal. How about that? This one looks like a greyhound. Yoink. 36Q, wow. That's a lot of money we can put towards maxing out this packager. Beautiful. So now we're really rolling in the money now. So we'll get this first printer down here to level 40 for a diamond. Ooh, big diamond. And then we'll crank up this one to unlock all of those patterns. So we're getting bombs, I guess. And oh, look at that, a little smiley face. Look at that, he's so happy to be here, and he's getting painted. Please be a good color. Oh, put it back, please. Or, you know, just send it off to sell it because they're worth a whole lot now. And we can speed this along to get even more money out of this. And also by leveling up this other printer to that level, so we're getting a steering column. All right, unless that's supposed to be like one of those driver gaming setups. It actually looks like it is. Well, I wouldn't know anymore. It's being sold for lots of money. And we get the last one of that, a PS5, or not a PS5, a PSP. Boy, if people could print their own PS5s. And now we need to work on these printers down here because they're still only at level 1. At least we'll get a proper crown there. And now it gives us a pterodactyl. Now we're getting the good stuff. Look at that little guy going off to not get painted because that's worth 550 big Qs. So for now, we'll just build up funds for this 3.4 Q thing. And we got the achievement for buying all the printers. So this has given us a pirate hat worth 1 big Q. Okay, now I'm gonna use this first printer. I really need to see if there is a maximum level to this, because this is just getting ridiculous. Oh my gosh, it's still going. It's still going. Level 200 and it's still going. It's level 241 and it still has room to go higher. Why? And it doesn't even look like it's printing any faster than it did before. At least it's increasing the value of the prints. Now these, at the very beginning, are worth 1.4 the small Qs. And when we turn on the fast conveyor belt, the money really starts to go up. It's amazing. Now this printer can get to level 10. Oh my gosh, we're printing hearts? What? Okay, well, a heart there is worth 101 Q, so that's definitely not sketchy at all. It also looks like it was made by Aperture Science. Yoink. And then we get briefcases from this printer. That's the most boring thing I've seen in a while. And now we're getting PS4 controllers. Yep, that is definitely a PS4 controller. Oh boy. At least the prints out of this one are almost 1 Q. And there they are. So we're getting a lot of money from the bottom row, which is kind of the point. But hey, level 24 there, so we're getting something that I totally missed. It's a toolbox. Really? You give me a heart and then the next thing is a toolbox? You're dialing back a little too far there, I think. And we're still a long ways away from getting the painting station on the bottom row. So let's just put all this money into this printer way at the end. That was the last one that we bought. And it looks like it's giving us robotic triceratops. I like that. So we're getting close to 10 big Qs from this one. And then we're getting 12 big Qs from this one. Thankfully, just waiting a few minutes and we can get that big painter at the bottom. Worth a lot of money. Now we just have to upgrade a whole bunch so that things can actually get painted properly. And a lot of them at once, except now the upgrades are costing the small S's now. So there's a little bit more needed with that one, but that's okay because there's still room to upgrade the printers over here. So we get even more prints like saws and gamer chairs. And now we get, ooh, a robotic bird out of this printer. There's only a few things left really. And by that I mean, 1, I guess. All the new prints stop coming in at level 40, and it's only a few minutes of waiting between each of the upgrades. So we can get a few of those at a time. And I just got the last achievement for clicking objects more than 2,000 times. So that means we also get the final color of packaging, a bright green. Looks like a bunch of Skittles leaving the assembly line. And it looks like the final print available to us is, what is that? Just a giant pixel cube thing. Like of all things, why is it this? It doesn't even color cool like. I guess I'm just gonna sit down here and collect all of these prints as they get painted and sold. And after we've collected essentially like 6 tons of plastic, I wanna say, we can get the last packager. So all of these items down here can see their maximum value once they're painted and packaged. And again, we're only packaging a few things at a time, and a lot of them really don't make it that far. Here, let's collect all the ones that aren't painted, and then we'll package up the colored ones, especially that weird pixel block. And we're getting a lot of Qs out of that, and it seems to be all the amount that they're worth. Huh, I guess the only thing left to do now is take all of these small S dollar numbers and pump it all into this first printer here just to see how far this level gets. Well, it's at level 287 and the upgrades are now worth 1 small S dollar amount. Well, I guess what that tells me is that it's ready to keep going up, but we've really done all that we can here. There are a couple of levels down here to max out these machines, but I think that's everything this game has to offer, so I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and sub to Intern. And thank you channel members including Bread, Mr. Cripple 1, Ancient Elixir 1, Corby Farm, Dakota C, Donamoto, Devion X, Muffin Stuffer, Lucas S, Splattersax, Real Nickname, Edward, Hateful Harold, Peggy Sue, Drupalong, TJ, Seriously Sarcastic, Angels, Lily Bites, Levi, and The Miner Within.